I stay out of politics because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and I don't want to choose sides, so I just stay away from it. People make choices out of fear sometimes, and fear can sometimes lead you to make wrong choices. It just is what it is. Now, here at the Imperial Priesthood, we're more concerned about the soul and your inner dwellings. And if you do not have a secure mental stability, it could affect your soul. How is that? You become the prison guard of your soul. Your soul has its own emotions that it wants to give out onto the world. But you become a prison guard and you begin to lock your soul down with the mind. Someone lying to you can disrupt your soul. Now, I asked AI, what is the physical effect or psychological effect of someone lying to you? And here's what AI had to say.
Yes, forcing yourself to believe someone who is lying to you, especially when deep down you know they're lying, can cause real psychological and emotional damage. Here's what tends to happen mentally. 1. Cognitive dissonance. You're holding two conflicting beliefs at once. I know they're lying. I'm going to believe them anyway. This internal contradiction creates cognitive dissonance, a psychological state that causes discomfort, confusion, anxiety, and even physical stress. Over time, this unresolved tension can erode your sense of reality and judgment. Now, number 2, erosion of self-trust. When you deny what you know to be true, you begin to doubt your instincts, silence your inner voice, depend more on external validation. This self-betrayal can make you feel weak, lost, or overly dependent on others, especially the person doing the lying. It can destroy your ability to own judgment, which is foundational to self-esteem and mental stability. For number 3, emotional exhaustion. It takes mental and emotional energy to keep pretending or making excuses for someone. You're constantly working to justify their actions, which drains you over time and can lead to burnout, depression, anxiety, a sense of emotional numbness. 4, internalized guilt or shame. You might start blaming yourself. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe it's my fault. That guilt isn't based on facts. It's based on manipulation and denial. But it still sticks, and over time, it can warp your sense of self-worth. Number 5, attachment trauma. If the liar is someone close, a partner, parent, or friend, this can cause attachment-based trauma. You may feel afraid of abandonment, addicted to their approval, unable to leave even when it hurts. This creates a cycle of emotional dependency that's hard to break without support. Bottom line, yes, lying to yourself to keep believing someone who's deceiving you does cause psychological harm. It's a form of self-abandonment and emotional repression that if left unchecked can lead to deeper issues like chronic anxiety, low self-worth, and relationship dysfunction. If you're in this situation, the most powerful first step is to validate your own perception, even silently at first. You don't have to confront the liar immediately. Just start by honestly acknowledging to yourself, this doesn't feel right, and I don't have to gaslight myself anymore. Would you like tips on how to start rebuilding that self-trust?
We're witnessing psychological abuse on a higher level whenever you're dealing with this here. Peep game. I decided to ask AI, what if the liar or the person who is abusing you is a high-ranking public official? Listen to what AI said.
When the person lying to you is a high-ranking political leader, the psychological damage can be even more complex, far-reaching, and dangerous, not just individually, but socially and culturally too. Here's how it affects you on a personal and collective level. 1. Psychological confusion and learned helplessness. You're being asked to trust someone with authority, power, and influence. yet you see contradictions, lies, or manipulation in their behavior. This can lead to mental fatigue from trying to make sense of the contradictions, paralysis or apathy, a sense that nothing I do matters, a classic sign of...
Excuse me, I have to stop. It said this could lead to mental fatigue. Have we not witnessed people making videos talking about them being fatigued? Ask yourself, what are you really fatigued about? You're fatigued about the lies and people not accepting the lies right along with you. Let's continue.
Learned helplessness, a quiet fear. If they're lying and getting away with it, then what's real anymore? 2, emotional disillusionment and betrayal. When leaders betray public trust, it hits differently than personal betrayal because they represent your values, your country, your hopes. The lie feels personal and collective at once. The betrayal can make you feel unsafe, unrepresented, or invisible. This is especially traumatic if you once admired or believed in that leader. It can feel like a kind of emotional heartbreak, just on a societal scale. 3, fragmented reality and gaslighting. Political leaders often have control over the narrative, media press conferences, policy messaging. If they lie boldly and repeatedly, it creates a warped version of truth. You may start to question your own memory or reasoning. Am I crazy or is this wrong? It's a form of gaslighting on a mass scale. This erodes public discourse and causes entire populations to live in splintered realities. What's true for one group is false for another. 4, identity crisis and internal conflict. If your identity is tied to a political ideology, party, or country, admitting the leader is lying might feel like a betrayal of yourself, your culture, or your community. So instead, people sometimes double down. They defend the lie, even if it hurts, to avoid internal conflict. This creates deep inner tension and suppresses critical thinking and emotional honesty. 5, societal polarization and moral numbness. When lies become normalized, people become numb to corruption, scandals, or suffering. Empathy declines. A dangerous cynicism takes hold. All politicians lie. That's just how it is. It kills hope and fuels extremism, because when people lose faith in leadership, they either check out or radicalize. What you can do: acknowledge what you see. Your perception matters, even if others deny it. Speak honestly in your own circles, family, friends, social media if safe. Engage critically, not emotionally. Read multiple sources, question everything, keep your mind clear. Take care of your mental health. These dynamics can quietly erode your optimism and peace of mind. Final thought. Being lied to by a powerful figure doesn't just make you feel betrayed. It reshapes your relationship to truth, trust, and power, often in harmful ways. Recognizing that, naming it, and refusing to participate in the lie, even internally, is an act of psychological self-defense and integrity. Would you like strategies on how to stay mentally grounded in a dishonest political climate?
Share this video. Like I said, there's no need to talk about politics, but your mental stability is a must. You cannot be your best unless you become 100% who you truly are. I refuse to believe that people are naturally less empathetic and people are just naturally evil. I refuse to believe that, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm a dreamer. But protect yourself so your soul can shine. Get into that mirror and question yourself about the lies or about the things that you accept as actuality. Are these things actual or are these things part of your reality? Reality is only what a person realizes, meaning that you are accepting things as part of your realization. But getting into that mirror and doing that work and being honest with yourself is a good start. Please, pass this video. It may help someone who you truly love. This is your man, El Judge. Peace and blessings. I'm out.